And welcome back. Yeah, by the way, what does salutation mean?
そう特に意味はないのではないでしょうか。挨拶ですし。
That is true.
でも楽なものですよ。どんな時にもこれ一つで済みます。
That's true. It was true that I had her salutation used in a lot of different
マ
situations.
サヤさんも小さい頃は混乱したんじゃありませんか。夜にこんばんはと言ってしまったり。
That is what you say at night. Do you still have to hide your Easter egg, Virgo?
いえ、私はもう前日に済ませました。今は焼き上がったパンを取りにパン工房まで行くところです。
Of course, Pannerbell is happy. On hearing the word bread, Pannerbell squealed happily.
せっかくですので、紅バラ会のお茶会に提供しようと思いまして。
Ah, that's nice. I prefer bread to sweets. I hope you'll let me have some.
はい。じゃあ、私はここで。マサヤさん、ぜひ私のイースターエッグ見つけてくださいな。
Sure. Part of ways we're going to continue on to my destination. The path actually had a name, Itrot Chimun, and meant narrow road. In actuality, though, it wasn't that narrow. It was a reference to the Bible, but I wasn't sure. There might be too many of them. I thought about hiding it in a tree, but there were too many Kingos. It seemed unlikely that anyone would find one there. I turned back around and hid it in the large cherry tree instead. That one seemed possible to find, though I didn't know for sure if the ladies of Esnes were into climbing trees. I took a glance around the area. For a second, I thought I saw someone duck behind a building. Was it my imagination? I couldn't imagine someone so desperate to see where I was hiding my egg that would stalk me.
まさかこんな機会が訪れるなんて。ウフでウフのルールにはどこに隠すかを見てはいけないとは載っていなかった。むしろ昨日なんか意中の人にそれとなく伝えるような、そんな微妙なやりとりがあちこちで見られたように思う。だからこうしていることは決して規則に違反しないのだから。
I'm pretty sure Risco would karate chop you in the head if she even know how to do that.
よし、これでお姉様に危機が及ぶことはなくなったわ。
Okay, Konomi, stop and think for a second. Would Risco actually climb a tree? That many things should tell you that that's not gonna happen. At 3 o'clock, the students began pouring out of the thousand leaves dormitory, and church was to begin at 3 o'clock, and everyone was eager to be the first one out.
どうやら大成功みたいね。ウフでウフフは。はい。みんな走ってるわね。はしたないんだから。年に一度のサツキ祭だもの。たまには多めに見てあげなさいな。まあね。
There was a lot of things that had surprised me since coming to Vesnes. One of those was the fact that nobody ever ran. It went without saying in the halls, but even after they got outside, they always walked at a leisurely pace. It was a scary sight that clashed with my personal ideas of daily life. This was the first time I'd seen anyone running outside of gym class. It really seemed like they were having fun.
とはいえ、走ったところで大して結果は変わらないと思いますが、場所がわからないわけですし。さあ、それはどうでしょう。私が見ていたところ、みんな目当ての の人がどこに隠すかそれとなく伺っていたようですよ。そして本人から聞き出すのとは違ってそれは禁止にしませんでした。その方が駆け引きが生まれるかと思いまして。そうですよね。マサヤさんも昨日などは熱い眼差しを感じたんじゃありませんか？
No, hey, not me. Well, I only hit it a little while ago anyway.
誰か見たりしていた？その時。
I don't think so.
まあ壁の花になったりしたら気の毒だからなら私見つけてあげるわよ。じゃあね。私も学園に招いた身として責任を感じてしまうもの。ごきげんよう。では私も私ぜひマセヤさんに
Again,
初めての人になってもらいたい。
phrasing. Learn how to phrase.
モテモテなのは結構ですけど、マサヤさん、バンセンヌの風紀は乱さないようにね。
Right.
参加する以上、私も一つは探そうと思います。ごきげんよう。
Bye bye. Get her started leaving until I was just meeting Kuromi. I thought that she would leave right away, but she remained just standing there. I wonder what she wanted. Konomi or... Alright. Is there anyone in particular you're after? Let's go. She glared at me salutations with apparently not the only thing I couldn't get used to around here. Should we go get going then? It's very popular after all. Oh, someone you love even more than Risco? Right, I decided it was better not to say anything else. Well, I'm going by. I intended to go searching for eggs, but I gradually became more interested in the fate of my own egg. Had all expressed interest in finding it. There's no use standing watch over it, but even so, I found myself headed for the big cherry tree. What I saw there was almost made me jump from surprise. There was a student climbing the trees. She was moving so fast she had to know where it was. Apparently I hadn't just imagined that someone had watched me hide it after all. Standing right to my egg too, which means in the line there really was a girl who desperately wanted to dance with me. I felt a pounding in my chest. Who could it be? I squinted and this time I jumped for real. No way. The words escaped my lips. The girl was Konomi? Whoa. I hid behind a tree. It would look suspicious if anyone saw me, of course. Konomi didn't look especially good at climbing trees. Even from a distance, I could tell that she was struggling. It was hard to believe she wanted to dance with me that badly. I was touched, even more so I thought that she hated me. I held back my feelings of gratitude as I watched Konomi climb. After a great effort, Konomi made it up and secured my Easter egg. I was about to leave before I was discovered, but I stopped. Konomi was looking at the ground in fear. She had a hard time climbing, too. I started to think she might not be able to get back down. Couldn't just let her go unattended, so I started to approach while remaining in her blind spot. Just as I predicted, she started to tremble. She let out a small cry and started shaking while looking down at the ground below. I knew it. Would it look bad if I came out now? This was hardly any time to worry about that. Konomi! I came around to the bottom of the tree and called her as she... You can't get down, can you? Her lips trembled for a few moments and then she nodded violently. Why didn't you think of that first before climbing up the freaking tree? You have acrophobia? You really wanted to dance with me that badly, huh? It was true. Chronomes were full of tears. Okay, just wait a minute. I'll ask a teacher to bring a ladder. What? I know you are, but... hang on. Frightened out of my wits, I returned to the base of the tree. Okay then, close your eyes. What should I do? She might really fall while I was away. I understand. I'll catch you then. I confirmed my position, held out both my arms. Come on, Konomi. Her lips trembled again and her face strained of color. She gripped tighter to the branch as if holding on to for dear life. The branch wasn't very large. It could have a slick cranking sound, but Konomi didn't seem to notice it. Konomi, please hurry. I called to her using my calmest voice so that she wouldn't panic, but she just shook her head. I don't have a choice in that case. Konomi, trust me. Like before, I decided to appeal to emotion. Are my eyes the eyes of someone you can't trust? Ah. That isn't how that works. Please, you have to calm down. Thank goodness. Whew. I let out a breath I had been holding in for a minute, and it felt like my heart had stopped. Are you hurt? It occurred to me that this was the first time we had really looked at each other's in the eye. As I held her body tight in my arms, I was struck by how pretty she really was. Tammy. If you were watching, you should have called for help. You know, I was actually panicked back there. Her camera skills were amazing as usual. Tammy knelt down and picked up the Easter egg from the ground. That's... The ever-observant Tammy gave a light nod. Then this happened. Yeah? As Konomi shrunk in my arms, Tammy stared at her in disbelief. Yeah, that's the thing. Risco would never climb a fucking tree.
マサヤさんだったのか。まあ男子なら木登りもするわよね。そしてこの実は偶然ではなく確信を持ってマサヤさんの卵をゲットした。これはスクープよ。
And straight to her. There she goes. Wow, Tammy really into her work. Since I was holding her in my arms, Konomi's face was close to mine. Even just talking forced us to look straight into each other's eyes. And then... face turned bright red. Belatedly, I felt up. He passed through my body. I was touching her bare skin after all. Sorry I've been holding you all this. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Ow, 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 ow. She clawed wildly at my face, and I was forced to release her. Hey, are you okay? Did you twist your ankle, or... That isn't... Hey, now. Maybe you should keep this all in your head, not speak it out loud. Hold up, let me bring this up more. No, that isn't the case at all. When it came to her scoop and her extras, Tammy worked fast. Wow, maybe Messiah is more capable than I thought. Yeah, he looks really strong. The girl were all reading the newspaper. Ah.
何を怒ってるの？だって？なんか変ね。あなた、マサヤさんの評判が上がることを狙っていたんでしょ？上げしようとかなんとか言って。それはそうだけど、実際よく撮れてる。
She lowered the paper and turned her black gaze on me.
こうもいいタイミングが続くなんて、あなたタミエさんをあらかじめ呼んでいるんじゃなくて？
Tammy cut in before I could respond.
私の一命をお忘れ？美月さん。ソンブルスキャナーの目からは何者も逃れられないのよ。なるほどね。つまり私が言いたかったのは、ああ、さっきの続きね。何？これマサヤさんが教えたんじゃないのってこと？そうよ。私もそれが気になるわね。
You mean did I tell Konomi?
そうよ。
Chiho ripped the paper against.
だってこんな木の上なんかに隠してなんですぐに発見できるのよ。おかしいじゃない。教えたというか、隠すところを好みが見ていたのではないでしょうか。
Yeah, that's what I think happened. I wasn't lying, but Rise and Chiho still seemed unsatisfied.
そうそう、驚きなのは好みの方だわ。まさか律子を裏切るとはね。あなたどこで聞いていたのよ。
She's sort of like a little mouse just hiding in one little spot, just sitting there. You don't know it's there until you look at it.
美月様、お姉様がいる前で変なこと言わないでください。
That's my roommate's phone.
はいはい、ごめん遊ばせ。それでこれどういうことなのかしら。みんな驚いてしまっているけど。
All eyes turned to Konomi. Already petite body shrank even further as her face turned red.
このタンタトルセルパめ、やはり今この場で叩き切ってあげます。
How is this my fault?
責任転嫁しないの。
Konomi looked momentarily abased, then immediately straightened and turned back to Risco.
お姉様お分かりですよね。私がどういうつもりだ。ええ、だってあなたが教えてくれたじゃない。どういうつもりだったの？はい。
I listened to Risco's explanation and felt my shoulders slump. Oh, so that's...
残念なわけ。
Oh, I can't deny that. Look, it's just better than having her hate me, that's all.
聞いてもいないことで何を言い訳してらっしゃるわけ？本当よね。どういうつもりだと思っていたんですか？
Ah, Konomi averted her eyes, her face red. It seemed like for Konomi averting her eyes as her way of glaring at me. Ah, well.
だから私がここに書いた通りでしょ。ここが恋の芽生えって。あなた何を考えているんですか？
Not a lolicon. Not a lolicon. Do you really think it was that strange of thought?
好み、いい加減にしなさい。さっきから大声ばかり出して。それに事情はどうあれ、マサヤ様に助けていただいたのは事実でしょ。恩人に対してその口の聞き方は何ですか？それ
It's okay, I don't really need.
いえ、この際あなたは関係ありません。一般論としてもです。
Oh, your feelings are irrelevant. She has to say it. Right.
はい。失礼しました。マサヤ様。
Well.
でもあなたの奇妙な魔力、本当に油断のならない方です。
So sorry.
やっぱりお姉様は私がお守りしなくては。
I looked at Risco to ask what she was talking about, but she seemed just as confused as me.
何にしろソワレダンさんとか楽しみね。ミニョンプーペとタンタトゥルセルパンでダンスか。見つめる
She never really thought through.
ことができるということですが、手をつないだら一体どうなるのか。この年でもう子持ちですか？
Again, she is so loud. It hurts my ears. I have sensitive hearing. Up, there she goes.
ちょっとからかいすぎました。
Too much. Yeah, that's over exaggerating. So you're just teasing her.
ただ、ひょっとしたらという気持ちもあります。マサヤさん、私の目を見てください。
Erika was a truly indestructible person.
まあ、
Insubscribable.
しょうがないか。ルールはルールだものね。そういえば、マサヤはマサヤで見つけたの
Yeah, after Konomi left, I went for a walk and came across one in the underbrush.
植え込み？
What's wrong?
いえ。植え込みか。
Shiho shook her head slightly. What about you guys? Did you find any?
ええ、ただあんまり喋ったことのない子で。私も。
Everyone had a similar story.
君のお相手は誰だったの？知ってる人？
Actually, I haven't opened it yet.
どうして？
I thought it would be fun to save it.
ああ、そういうこと。まあ、そうかもね。さて私もお茶でももらおうかな。まだ残ってるんでしょ？ええ。クロワッサンなどもまだ残っていると思いますので、よかったらどうぞ。ありがとう。
The tea party looks like it was a big success. There were a lot of students present chatting with cups and sweets in hand.
当然よ。
But I think the tea rice makes it tastier.
あら、それはどうも。私、お茶を入れることにかけては結構こだわりがあるのよ。
Speaking of tea,
ちょっとあなた、ブラインドテストでも同じことが言えるのかしら。
a blind test.
目隠しした状態でどっちがどっちか当ててみなさいな。リゼさん、早速勝負よ。望むところ。
Hey, wait a minute. They each took me by an arm and dragged me to the tea server.
前になんかあったらしいけど、やっぱりリゼさんと美月さんって仲いいみたいね。きっとマサヤさんのおかげなんでしょうね。一頃は本当に喋らなかったのは事実ですから。そうなんだ。良くも悪くもマサヤさんは学園に変化をもたらしているみたいですね。リツコ、それを認めないわけにはいきませんね。好みなども前から思い込みの激しいところはありましたが、今となってはもう一つの一面の方がぴったりになっています。ああ言われてみれば。そういえば彼女2つの一面を持っていたんだっけ。もう一つは何て言ったっけ。ラムサンメルシーですよ。
And translation: the merciless blade.
ああ、ただそれでも私には最終的に学園が変革されるなどとは夢にも思えませんが、まあ女子校のままを望む人の方がずっと多いんだろうね。はい、それね、リツコも人気者だもんな。リセさんも相当だけどさ。正直今でも戸惑いはあります。私などが伝統あるアソシアシオンの先頭に立っていいものかどうか。それでも一度引き受けた以上は責任を全うしようと思います。
The caroling bell rings, announcing the start of the Sora Dance. They're so into it. Jim was already packed with people. In addition, despite being off in the corner, there was another group whose presence stood out clearly. It was a string orchestra. No way. I knew the Festnets liked to go overboard, but I never thought they'd have music played by a live string orchestra.
どうかしたの？ぼーっとして。
Oh, whoa! Wow, Rise, you look beautiful. That looks great on you.
あら、それはどうも。マサヤさんたらとてもストレートに褒めてくれるのね。なんだか照れてしまうわ。
That is true.
それはどうも。でもマサヤさんこそタキシード姿とてもよく似合っていてよ。
Oh, I don't know. I kept looking in the mirror and thinking this isn't going to work.
いいえ、そんなことはないわ。
Rise was the one who arranged the tux.
ソワレダンサントではみんなドレスを着るのよ。お相手のマサヤさんが普段着では閉まらないでしょ。
So she said. But hearing that everyone would be dressed and actually seeing them in person were two very different things. Wow, she really is pretty. Seeing a beauty like Rise dressed like this was no laughing matter. The exposed skin of her breast was an amazing sight. It was unbelievably fair.
やだ、そんなに見つめたりして。
Ah. Meanwhile, someone with a... Yo, you're wearing one too.
悪かったわね。
And to the next part, shall we?